Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to have my good friend Joss Croft from UKInbound. Good afternoon, Joss.
Hi there.
How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad actually. Really busy show this year. It kind of feels like we're back to 2019, almost in many ways.
Well, that's
good news.
That's a good segue into asking you about 2019. Most people judge their tourism performance by 2019 figures. UKInbound, your members, how are they feeling about comparisons to 2019? Back up to those levels now?
I think it really depends which part of which market you're interested in. If you're big in the US, you're doing very, very well. You're probably above 2019 figures already. Obviously, if you're in China, less so of that. Europe a bit slow, probably a bit dragged back by the fact that people now need a passport to travel into the UK when they're used to just using their ID cards. But I think overall, by the end of this year, we'll be getting up to probably 75% of 2019 figures. And actually, we just did a business barometer survey in October, and that looked at bookings January through till March, and 50% of the membership say that they will be at or above 2019 figures January through March. A lot of business is coming in now for next year because we're a very cheap destination, particularly for the US, which is our number one market in terms of volume and value. And of course, they're looking at the pound-dollar rate, seeing it's about 112, 114, and they're putting down their deposits. Great to have the cash in people's businesses, but also assured of the business for next year. So I think people are genuinely very positive. And of course, for a lot of people, it's such a people-orientated industry. People are really pleased to be back meeting up with their colleagues as well.
Good. Well, that all sounds very positive, but I know there may be one or two still stumbling points with government policy and strategy and everything else. One of the things that's come up recently was tax-free shopping. Another one is recruitment. And another one, as you said, is the freedom to move in and out of the country with regard to passports, visas, etc. How do you feel this, this current government, which is probably about the third iteration in 6 months, how do you feel? You've met the new Minister of Tourism. Does he have a handle on those things?
We in travel and tourism, we're very used to the high turnover that we have in tourism ministers. I did meet the minister yesterday. It was great that he came along in his first week in the job. And I think it was really important for him to come along to World Travel Market. Yeah, of course, it's great for my stand partners to be able to meet him, but actually, what I felt was really important this year is that in his first week in the job, he sees what everyone else is up to. He sees what a professional industry this is. He sees the amount of investment going in from countries into their tourism marketing and indeed into their infrastructure as well. So it was great to get him along to see that. You're right, though. Everyone was delighted that the VAT-free shopping was introduced, and then, of course, rather, downbeat when it was removed. I don't think at the moment the political climate is there to make a change, and we're not actually asking for a change at the moment. What we're asking for is we're asking for the Office for Budget Responsibility to verify the figures that the Treasury are using. They're quoting the £2 billion tax giveaway. We would dispute that. We would say that that figure is probably not right. They need to relook at it. They need to make sure that they're making decisions on accurate and complete information. And at that point, if the data says that it's a net benefit to the UK, that we believe it will be, that will be the point at which we'll be asking for that. But yeah, we do have headwinds. Of course, for the past 24 months, Graham, we've had massive problems on demand, and there's still issues there. Is air passenger duty going to get whopped up in this next statement on the 17th of November? We don't know. We hope not. ID cards. We have at the moment the youth and group travel from the European Union into the UK is down 84% according to the latest figures that we've seen. So when everyone talks about a recovery back to 75%, 80, 90% of 2019, if you're involved in youth and student group travel from the European Union, you have a recovery rate of about 16% at the moment. So we've got to get that sorted. Visas, again, we need to get people to be able to access their visas. Our costs on visas are not competitive, but actually what's the real non-competition point there is ability to get that visa within the relevant time frame. If you're going for Schengen, you can get it within a week, 2 weeks at the maximum. At the moment, you're looking at 12 to 16 weeks for a visa from India to travel to the UK, and operators simply are switching destinations where their customers can travel to with ease. So demand side, still got some issues, but frankly, Graham, everyone would rather have a supply side problem than a demand side problem, because they're long in the tooth, they're experienced, they can find that accommodation, they can find the staff So I'd say more positive than negative at the moment.
Okay, that's good. On a more generic point, I've been doing a lot of these interviews during World Travel Market, as I normally do. And one of the things that's come out, one of the questions I've asked most people is that do they feel that post-pandemic governments, authorities, funding authorities actually have discovered that the importance of tourism is very, very high, both from an economic point of view and also from a social perspective. I don't get that same warm feeling in the UK, but I don't know what you think.
Here we are, World Travel Market, a global exhibition. A lot of what the UK industry is calling for is based around business events. We need to improve our productivity here in the UK. And the productivity drives taxes. At the moment, the narrative from this government is very much moving away from growth for growth's sake, but looking at public spending cuts or alternatively raising the tax revenues. Here you have a fantastic opportunity. You've got 50, 100,000 people coming in low season to attend a global event that puts the UK on a global stage. So these types of events are really, really important. And actually, if anything, we need to do more in terms of collaboration and partnership to make government aware. We just released a report a couple of weeks ago with ABTA looking at the value of inbound and outbound together, because again, government wants that single view on tourism. And we know that outbound is going to grow by 15% over the next 5 years. Inbound is going to grow by 20% in the next 5 years. The rest of the UK economy is going to grow by about 10%. So tax revenues from tourists are definitely going to help the UK economy, and I can see that they may well be interested. We need the dust to settle. We've had a lot of political upheaval here in the UK over the past 2 or 3 months. We need the dust to settle for tourism to be making its case with data-driven arguments, and hopefully that will win through. But it's a question of doing more, not less, post-pandemic.
Good. Well, I wish you the very best of luck, Josh, particularly with the OBR. They must be very busy people at the moment. But going into 2023 and your members, good luck.
Thank you.